Hello. Welcome to episode number 105.
Wow.
Is that crazy that we've recorded 105 episodes of this show?
Yeah.
You feel like we just started here, but also have lived our whole lives here too?
Yeah.
Such a bizarre feeling. The first episode of Kramer and Jess Uncensored we ever recorded, we were still in California. And I think were you doing it from your phone? Or from your computer? Do you remember?
No.
We did it from California.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because we released the very first episode of the show on the day we announced our introduction.
I thought we were here, and we did it in the hotel.
Because I remember it was the 1st of August. We dropped same time. Anyway, we've done 105 episodes of this now. Welcome to the show. In case you don't know, this is our Uncensored podcast, a little bit different than the radio show. Jess, how so?
It's uncensored, and it's very uncensored. I don't know how else to put that. We do cuss on here. We talk about things that we would not discuss, maybe on the show, and we understand that, which is why we like to tell you it's like the close friends feature on Instagram. So things that we wouldn't typically share with everybody, we'd like to believe that this is like a safe and accepted space for us.
You can never call us out for anything we talk about on this podcast.
No.
That's the agreement you get when you walk in here. You're the part of it or you're not. So welcome. This is Hassan, by the way. If you don't know Hassan, Hassan's back this week. This is our producer over here.
Hi.
Puts together all of our on-demand stuff and helps produce the show. And so we got to start with you because the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, what in the world?
Mm-hmm.
How in the world? I guess that we've talked about this on the radio show, but I think we can go a little bit deeper. What happened?
I just had surgery last Friday to get a fibroid removed from my uterus. And when they went in for the procedure, it was not there anymore. And it's been crazy because obviously I've shared that I've been dealing with a lot of stuff regarding my period and how crazy that entire journey has been. Getting like my first vaginal ultrasound when we first found the fibroid, that in itself was very traumatic. And so Friday was very difficult. It was very intense. And after the surgery, we find out that it just wasn't there anymore.
Yeah.
And it's just been like, it's been a lot emotionally and physically just to go through everything, and also just to like decompress from the situation,
right,
and still like processing the situation.
Well, how are you feeling, I guess, because this is now 5 days post surgery. What's like, how are you feeling right now?
Right now, I am okay. I'm okay. I think like I'm very thankful for it to not be there anymore. And something that we talked about on the show, I really believe that it was just through all the prayers and thoughts that we received from so many people. And it was just like a special, mind-blowing experience to have. But I think now I do have a follow-up appointment, and that's going to be kind of figuring out, so what does this mean? And it's one of those things where I don't have an answer right now, because it's not like my body's like, okay, it's not there anymore, you're all good, because I'm still having to deal with like the after effects of the surgery.
Right.
So like one of the issues I was having was like bleeding and spotting when I shouldn't be, but that was going to be a result of the surgery no matter what. So I'm experiencing that right now. So like I can't it's going to be kind of a window of time to really figure out like, am I okay, or is this something else?
So like, I was going to ask you, like, are your symptoms, are they cleared up now?
Well, no. Well, what sucks is there's no way of knowing that for sure right now in this moment, because I was on my period already. And then she already said too, after the surgery, you would be bleeding and spotting after the fact,
right,
which is happening already. So right now, like, there's no way to gauge, like, is this normal or not? Because this was going to be a result of the surgery no matter what.
Yeah.
And the cramping was going to be a result of the surgery. And I wasn't going to feel good. And I was going to be very off and nauseous because of the anesthesia, which is, I'm feeling all of those things still.
Yeah.
So I just have to wait till, like, the surgery after effects, like, flush out. And then I can finally see, okay, so how is my body doing now?
What'd she say, like a week's time?
I have a follow-up in 2 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's already scheduled. So I think that's just like the next thing to look forward to just get more information on. And I'm doing different stuff looking into hormones, how I can help that naturally, things I can look into myself, how I can make changes just to help out the situation.
Yeah. Like, are you scared it's gonna like come back? Like, what's going through your head with it?
Yeah, because I know that these are things that can disappear and come back, and
Yeah.
I really believe that it was a miracle that it's not there anymore, and I'm hoping that it stays away, but I also understand that it could come back, and if that's something we have to deal with, then that's something we have to deal with, but I think now at least I'll feel better once I have my doctor's appointment so I can talk to her and she can like let me know what our next step would be.
What happened to Garage Boy? Because he doesn't. I thought wasn't podcasting anymore, and then all of a sudden he podcasted again.
Mhm.
What's I guess it kind of catches up with what's happening here.
So he has his own podcast in the garage with Garage Boy, and he was doing it like consistently for a while, and then he just stopped doing it. And he released an episode recently, and it was very interesting to me because I was surprised by how transparent he was.
Yeah.
I don't think he's ever been that open before publicly. And I'm really proud of him for doing that, but it was something that I wasn't expecting because that's a part of him that I'm aware of, but I know
I
that
was
he
gonna
doesn't
say.
share with a lot of he doesn't share, period. I wasn't going to say with a lot of people, like he doesn't
He
share
doesn't.
that,
Like, every time
period.
I hang out with him, it's always been very surface, which is not a bad thing, but we've just never really gotten deep, I guess.
Yeah.
And we just usually goof around, just mess with each other, joke and whatever.
Mhm.
So I was kind of surprised. Let's play a clip of this. This is from Garage Boy's podcast called In the Garage with Garage Boy. I'm not sure if there's multiple in the garages, but just in case, make sure you click on the one with Garage Boy.
The surgeon comes out. She comes up to me. She says, "Hey, Gerald, everything went well. Turns out there wasn't even a fibroid on her uterus. It's completely healthy." And she showed me the pictures. Like, I don't even really know what I was looking at. It didn't hit me in that moment, but then I was like texting everybody, like her mom, her grandmother, Kramer. Fast forward to this morning after bringing her home last night. It didn't hit me till this morning that I feel like that was God trying to tell me something. And if you don't know, like I grew up Catholic. That's in my background. That's my foundation. And I was just so grateful without even really realizing it that I wanted to change my life for my future kids, because there was a moment where what if we couldn't have kids? And that's a scary thought to think about. I've always wanted to be a father at one point. So when that moment happens, like when I do have my first child, I don't want to have the financial worry. I'm sorry. It's tough because this is like everything that I've ever wanted in a partner without even realizing it. And if that one thing was like taken away from us, it would have been like difficult, not only for her, because I know she wants to provide that for me, and I know she wants it too. It was just a scary thought to think about, man. I wanted to make like some sort of declaration to my future wife and my future kids, because I don't want them to struggle like I did.
What do you think happened?
I think that I feel like in a lot of situations when like your partner is going through a traumatic thing, your role as their partner is to like be strong.
Mm-hmm.
And he was that like throughout the entire time. And so I thought it was a very beautiful thing for him to open up in that way, because a lot of the times, like we get to share how we're going through something and our perspective is something else, but the person who's supposed to be the support system like
Can't say shit.
never lets their guard down,
Yeah.
because they know you're a basket case, which I was. And so I think that he I knew that he was afraid too. And this is something, I mean, like this was something very heavy for us to deal with, like right out the gate of getting engaged.
Yeah.
So this has been like a struggle for us. And I think that, and he is a very positive person the way he thinks, but I think maybe like seeing me there after the fact and like actually going through the process, because like leading up to, okay, this is what we're gonna do, it's fine, and like going through the motions, okay, now I got to talk to the doctor, okay, cool,
Mhm.
now I got to get Jess home, okay, cool. And then when it was done, I think it sunk in how much this could affect our lives and what this would mean for us.
how do you think? I don't know if you guys even thought about this or talked about this, and this is by no means a comfortable conversation, but what if you couldn't have kids?
Well, no, I mean that I think that's why this has been so insanely heavy
Yeah.
on me and him together
Like,
and individually.
What would that do? What do you think that would do to you, and what would that do to y'all?
Well, it's something that we've talked about forever, like since the beginning. Like I think even when we first started dating, especially, it was important to me because I had gotten out of a relationship with someone who told me that I wasn't going to be a good mother. So I made it a point when this was going to get serious that was really important to me, that I feel like it's a calling that I have. And this was a devastating thing because the thought of not being able to do that the way that we've always wanted was just heartbreaking. And of course, like if this, like people have families in different ways and we know that. And so no matter what, we would figure that out.
But would you adopt, you think?
It'd either be adoption, it would either be
IVF or whatever.
IVF
Would you want to have?
or-
You'd want to have?
or what is it, surrogate or
Mhm,
something
yeah.
like that. We would figure out a way no matter what.
Would that mess with you guys though? You think?
It would be difficult, I think. Well, I think that it would break us down before we came back from it, but I know we would come back from it stronger. And if that was the case, I know that everything happens for a reason and it's in God's plan. And I would have, if that was the case, then that means I was meant to have a voice for that and to share that journey. Just like with this, like
Yeah.
this whole situation has been difficult, but I know it's something that people don't talk about a lot. I know it's something that women don't share a lot. Like how, like just the fear and like the ugliness and like the grossness of it. And so even though it's been very difficult for me, I don't think that it's a mistake that it happened to me, because I feel like I was meant to talk about it because of all the conversations I've had with so many women who have been so thankful and had someone to talk to about it.
Yeah.
And so I think, and so whenever anything like that happens to me, and it's just a part of the way of how I survive and how I stay okay, that if that was part of us, and if this was something that we had to do, then that meant that we had to do that to help other people.
Mhm.
And we would eventually get to that point.
Sure.
We wouldn't be at that point right away. There's no way. And it would take a long time to be able to accept that and walk in that, but we would get there.
It's kind of felt like with divorce, as I get it, is like you're like, this fucking sucks, but I might as well try my best to like, and it takes a second.
Mm-hmm.
Like now I can do it pretty easily. It's hard in the moment though. So as you're like literally bleeding, and I meant like physically and emotionally,
Mm-hmm.
I know it's kind of hard to be able to talk about it. You know what's interesting to me too about Garage Boys podcast is I talk about this on Certified Mama's Boy a lot. I don't.
About Garage?
No. I just about what he talked about, which is I don't. And Hassan, I'm going to come to you because you typically don't hear men talking about how bad they want kids.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always had this theory because I don't biologically want my own children. I don't have a desire for it. Like I've never had a burning sensation for it. My ex-wife and I talked about it, and it just wasn't like really a priority. And then just all these issues, and it's just like it was too much. So, I've just never had this like. Now, of course, I think about stepkids, and I'm like, okay, so I could play that role.
Yeah, it's something that you would do, but it's not like something you ever dreamed about.
Like where I was like, I wonder if it's always like a female thing. Like, is it only because even my guy friends, they're all kind of similar. I don't have many guy friends, but when I talk to this about guys, it's like women, I feel like they either know they want them or they don't. You just don't hear guys sitting around talking about it, like, I can't wait to have kids, man. Like it's typically the other way around. If I'm being honest, that's usually how it goes. It's just kind of like, man, I mean, I don't know. You know? And they love their kids. It's not that they don't love their kids.
Yeah.
But I don't see a lot of guys like pining away to like have children.
And it's different. A lot of my guy friends, and I think it's just, a lot of them want kids. Like my friend who just got married, when you know how you give like a gift to like the bride and the groom before, he was like, I either want a baby or I want a puppy.
Yeah.
And like my other friend Shane, like we talk about all the time of like what he wants to do for his kids. So I think it's different for everybody.
How do you feel about it? Do you want kids, Hassan?
Me, no.
You don't?
I don't want kids, but I 50-50 because a lot of my guy friends and my cousins, they all want boys as their first child. They'll like most of them want 2 kids.
Yeah.
They definitely want a boy first.
Yeah.
or last.
Right.
But no, it's like 50-50. Some of the guys do talk like, yeah, I can't wait to be a child because I want to be the representation that my parent wasn't for me.
Yeah, you know what? I see a
it's
lot of
little
that
bit of
too.
both.
That's a big driving force for
Yeah.
him.
I see, you know what? I see a lot of that too, and it's not even just with men, but with women. Typically, people that I know that really want to have kids, and when they talk about why, it's because they always say they want to do better than their parents did for them. And that's so interesting to me because it seems to be like a common theme. I mean, why do you want kids? Why do you want kids?
I feel like I love my children and I don't even have them yet. And I've always had that feeling.
Yeah.
So that alone was I've always felt like I was meant to have that relationship, like that connection has always been there.
Yeah.
And then also to the point that you make of wanting to create a different life and just different patterns. And I just feel like it's so when you change that and you change the course of how things have gone in your family for who knows however long, that can change for the next 10, 15, 20 years because of what you can instill in that person. And that can change like your ancestry. And that's just how I think about it. Like if the way I treat my child will change how they treat a stranger down the street and how they do when they find a job and how they treat their children or their partner. And I just feel I can just see that sprout. I can see that effect in so many ways. And like, I want to be a part of that.
Yeah, and then also legacy as well too. Like they was like, I want to continue on the legacy of our last name or whatever. A lot of guys that want to continue that legacy on.
That's true. I just feel like it terrifies the shit out of me, and like not even in like a way of
I'm
like
scared too. I don't want you to think I'm over here like I can't wait to pop it out. Like I'm fucking terrified, but I'm also really fucking excited all at the same time.
I feel like my kid would be so screwed up.
Same.
And I'd spend the whole time just trying to make them not so screwed up, but instilling them with screwed upness as I go with untrying to screw them up. Like I'm just already overthinking this whole process. Because I just know, like, here's the thing. I'm a 40-year-old adult, right? Like I'm so screwed up sometimes that like and I came from like a pretty dang good house. You know what I mean? Like my mom's the best. She's literally the best. My dad's fine. But like my mom's like the best. I mean, it's fine. He was fine. I mean, like I don't mean it that way.
Hell no.
He's a dad.
Not
the way you said it.
No, that was shade.
But I mean, I think he knows. He did his best, but he was like traveling so much. So I spent way more time with my mom than my dad.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so I came from a pretty stable household, not a lot of trauma when it comes to like the household alone. Like this is how screwed up I am from a like fairly not traumatic childhood when it comes to all that. Like how in the world? I'm a mess. Like I don't need to be passing nothing along in this world. Nobody.
I feel the same way.
You know what I mean?
Honestly,
I don't need to be passing nothing on to nobody. So anything else you want to say about it? We good?
I think we're good.
You don't seem good.
No,
you seem off today.
What? No, I mean I'm off. My body is off. Like I feel like, it's like when you get a salad and you put salad dressing and you shake it in the box and it's all fucking mixed up. That's how I feel emotionally and physically right now.
Yeah.
I'm like fucking wearing a diaper. I feel disgusting.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I'm not happy right now. I'm very uncomfortable.
You have a diaper
so
on.
I'm just getting through it.
We didn't talk about this.
No.
I would wear one.
But
so
that's
like
my life
depends,
right now.
Because I guess you just gotta.
I can't wear any tampons. I can't put anything. I can't put, dude. Okay, so now we can like talk about this shit. Because like obviously on there I was like, I'm okay. I'm just uncomfortable. I'm fucking uncomfortable because I can't put anything in my vagina for 2 weeks, which means I can only use pads. And pads are like literally one of the things I hate most in my fucking life. Like I always need you guys know how I am about feeling clean, about baby wipes. Like I need to be
that
clean.
Area is like
and so I have to wear loose clothing. Like I'm just fucking uncomfortable and I'm irritable. I don't like it.
But you got a diaper on or you got a pad on.
It's like a pad. I feel like a diaper.
Okay, I just imagine you.
And at night,
depends.
at nighttime I wore a diaper. Last night.
To be fair, I wouldn't.
And I hated it. I fucking hated it. I thought I was
Wait,
done bleeding.
how did you not mention
Listen to me.
this?
I thought I was done bleeding
Why
the
did
other
you
day.
leave the show with this?
And I wasn't. And then I woke up in the middle of the night and it was the red fucking sea. And I was like, fuck, I have to put on a fucking diaper on. And I fucking hate it. It's not fun for me right now.
I will wear a diaper. Especially when I'm drunk.
No,
I would definitely.
That's what you fucking think until you have to wear a diaper.
Stop.
I'm lazy.
Stop. Okay.
I'm lazy.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a challenge, and I'm being serious right now.
Okay.
I want, and I'll pay you back. Go buy some Depends.
Oh, that's easy.
And I want you to for literally 24 hours.
Just use that.
That's it.
Your diaper.
Again? Like I did that already.
But you can't he can't pee in it.
No, yes, he can.
Well, you can tinkle a little bit in there.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't.
I did this in college. Oh yeah, I definitely wore Depends in college.
I guess. Wait, why?
Dare.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I dare you. I double dog dare you. Because I think that would be so
When do you
terrible.
want this done?
You're basically
Yeah, it sucks.
Start bring him in next week and we'll start the 24 hours on this podcast next week. This is so radio. Yeah, and Hassan's gonna wear a diaper next week. It's like crazy. Because
that's not a hard thing to do.
I'm just even imagining with pads. You're basically like sitting in your period.
Mm-hmm. I hate it. I fucking hate it. It makes me angry. And like I tried to, and I worked out for the first time yesterday, and I was like, I can't fucking work out in this. But what? So I'm not gonna work out for like a week or 2 weeks that I can't put it. You know what I mean? Like, so then I had to wear like multiple layers because you can like see the pad.
Yeah, of course.
And other people, I mean, you just notice it, you're like, whatever. But to me, it's horrendous, and I fucking hate it. I feel it every move I make, everywhere I go.
You need to own it like those Depends commercials for women. You know what I mean? They're like,
I don't want it.
I'm 60 and sexy, and look at my.
I don't like it. It's fucking
look at my diaper outline. Hey man, hey, no joke though. We all gonna be there one day. You just getting a taste of it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
This is the beginning. This is the beginning. Welcome to 30, Jess.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to 30. All right, next week Hassan will wear a diaper and see how long you can go. Seriously.
Okay.
Because I don't think you can go 24 hours.
Oh, that's cute that you think.
And I'm talking, you cannot use. That's the only place you can use the restroom.
Okay.
Ew. Pee wise.
Poop wise.
No way.
Yeah.
Not in there.
Yeah.
Fine. He's in there with you. Go ahead.
No, I mean he's leaving. It starts right here.
Don't poop in it. You'll get an infection.
If you don't wipe, you get an infection.
Well, you can't. What are you gonna do? Wipe and put it back on?
Ew. No, you gotta change.
You changed diapers, Kramer.
No.
Have you never changed a diaper
one
before?
Diaper 24 hours.
That's not how diapers work.
Yeah.
That's literally not how they work.
In my head, you were gonna wear the same diaper for 24 hours.
You literally have never been around a baby.
You
no, a
literally
baby
never
doesn't
changed a
wear
diaper.
the same diaper. For
Every time
24
I
How are
think I
you
changed it,
40
you're right.
years old and you never changed a diaper once?
Never once in my life.
Jeez,
Never
have
one
you
time.
never seen a diaper?
No,
ever been
it makes
changed?
sense now you say it, and I've seen it done, but I couldn't. Could I do it? I mean, no. I mean, I could figure it out, I'm sure, but have I ever done it before? No. Do you see what I'm saying? Why I shouldn't have children? Like this should be probably some kind of innate skill that most parents have. I wouldn't even
They do
know.
have parenting
My child would be
classes.
wearing a diaper once per day. Okay, so when you wonder why should Kramer not have kids, I just answered your question right there. Okay. We're gonna take a quick break. Come back in a sec. Right after this. So I came in today. I actually woke up this morning, and in my 3:45 brain, I was like, I'm ready to talk about my life. And slowly but surely, I have talked myself out of it. Even about 9:30 this morning, I was like, I don't think I'm ready yet. I don't think I'm ready. Just a really quick, I'm not going to get emotional or anything, but if I can get out of this phase, it's going to be really interesting. In case you weren't here for last week's podcast, you don't listen to Certified Mama's Boy. I feel like every 5 years, and it really is true, I can kind of watch myself almost on clock, where it's like every 5 years, my life abruptly takes a turn, and I'm going through one of those right now, and it has been, honest to God, No, the divorce was hard. The divorce was hard. This is tough. This is tough, man. This is and I've shared, so Jess knows basic 101 of what's happening, but behind the scenes, man, it's just, I literally feel like my life is imploding. It's the only way I can describe it. That's the way it feels. It's like my life is literally almost so, like, every insecurity of mine has come out. Every flaw of mine is coming out, to where every fear of mine is coming out right now, because I don't like to change. I posted something on my Insta story this morning, and it said, I thought this is really appropriate. It said, life will let you know when it's time to move to the next level every time. And I feel like that's exactly kind of like what I'm going through right now. I wasn't really prepared.
Yeah.
Would you agree that, like, I didn't have a plan for this?
Well, no, but I think you know when you're ready, when you can't ignore it anymore, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I woke up this morning and I was feeling really confident, and now I don't feel confident anymore. And the last thing I need to do is, like, welcome everybody into this mess when I'm not ready.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not going to say much of anything. I will tell you this, though, that I do think that, and I need to get it out, because it'll make me feel better. I know, because it just sucks, because there's literally, the only thing going on in my life right now is this. My mom's visiting. We're having a very uneventful couple of days together, because she's really just here just to be with me.
Yeah.
You know, like, we're not doing anything fun. I honestly have like a sense of guilt, because if I'm not working, I'm like in my head, I'm not really present. And same with these shows, like all the shows, the radio show, the podcasts, I can't be present right now. And I know that once I can talk about it, I'll feel better, but I just know that I need to be prepared to talk about it before I do, because what I don't want to do is to let anything out. I will tell you, though, so I do feel like the universe does give you signs of, like, because through this whole process, it's been like, the fuck, like, literally every day for the last 3 weeks has presented me with some kind of what the fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Like, literally almost every day has presented me with what the fuck. And so it really, like, I'm sure you've probably been at a point in this in your life where you feel like you're heading in the right direction, but then you get this little voice in the back of your head. It's like, maybe this is not the right direction. Like, maybe I'm not ready for this. Maybe I'm not, whatever. I just need to go backwards. And what I knew before was safe and good. And, like, it was just fine and whatever. Right. So I was having a hard time last week with this. And I thought about, because sometimes we just need to hear it. You just need to hear it, like, you're doing the right thing, right? So I thought about my radio friends Holly and Miguel, and they have a psychic that goes on their show. That's I don't know anything about her other than they go on her show, and I was like, I text Miguel and I was like, hey, connect me with your psychic. And I think he thought I was talking about for the radio, but I just wanted to talk to her kind of off the air. And so I had a session with her on Friday, and didn't say a word to her. She doesn't know me from Adam. You know what I mean? Like, she knows that I'm on the radio, but she wouldn't know anything going on in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And she literally, like, nailed it. And I'm not saying like overall sweeping themes.
Like direct pinpoint accuracy. Oh god.
I mean, like, didn't say a word. And it was just like boom, boom, boom. Like, what's this about? What's this? What's this? What's this? What's this? What's this? What? And it was, again, it's not just like, is your grandmother dead? Like, it wasn't like that. It was literally like boom, 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 boom. And she's like, you're absolutely heading in the right direction.
That's good.
You're absolutely heading in the right direction. You're absolutely, and it's hard, man. Like, I just want to go back the other way sometimes because I want to go back to like 6 months ago and everything felt like that was just okay.
Right.
But I think when you try to live in your authenticity,
the other stuff feels uncomfortable to where you can't bear it anymore.
It was just, I just didn't feel like myself anymore. You know, I just didn't feel like myself anymore. But that's not one of those processes that you just wake up and you're like, what's up? Oh, it's this. And then you move on. Right. I just felt uncomfortable in my skin for so long now, for, months and months and months and months, until I think the universe just had to be like, bruh, what's good? We, like had to just shake me. Every 5 years this happens. So, and I hate that I'm being so vague about this, but I just know I need to be prepared. And today I felt the very first ounce of confidence that I'm prepared, but I just need to sit on it a little bit longer. So anyway, yes.
I'm going to say, is it always during the winter time you feel this? Like, I know you said every 5 years, but like, is it always during the winter time or is just whenever?
I don't think it really has, because I'm trying to think. Because my divorce, everything came to a head in April.
Okay.
So no, it's not really winter. It's just, I don't know, but it's like almost consistently every 5 years. It's like shakes everything up. I will give her a quick plug though, because I think she did a great job. I think Mr. Michaela's dead on too. I'll always rep her hard, but her name is Soul Worker Stacy. And it was so weird because last night I was having a really hard night and I was like, maybe I should text her and just be like, hey, what's up? And this morning she literally texted me. She goes, what did she say? It was so weird.
Did you text her though?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. She said, you've been nagging at me today. I'm checking in. You okay? I'm like, fuck. Soul Worker Stacy. I'm sure she has a website. I didn't like, this is not a plug, but sometimes you just need somebody of higher consciousness to like say you're heading in the, I do at least. And it makes me, at least reassures me.
That's good.
So, yeah. Can't wait till we're like all got not shit going on. That's going to be cool. So coming soon, maybe.
Maybe.
There's always some kind of shit going on, man. We appreciate y'all being here. Let's check in with YouTube. I'm so sorry we haven't been ignoring you guys. Felicia on YouTube says, I haven't tried. By the way, when I mention YouTube, in case you're listening to the podcast, we do the show live on Wednesdays around 11 Eastern, 8 Pacific. So if you want to hop on a comment, we love it because it's the only way we can really interact with a podcast, Felicia said, I haven't tried them, but they make period panties.
Which they do.
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts on period panties, Jess?
I probably will look into those.
Didn't think we'd be going that way today, but I'm glad we did.
Yeah.
Nice little unexpected treat for the podcast.
Yeah.
It's been so heavy. I'm like, I don't know how we're going to have any lightheartedness in this podcast, but thank you for bringing your diapers to the table. Celia, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Celia said, things that are amazing in the end aren't easy to get to. They will always be shit along the way. And I'm in the shit phase, y'all. I'm in the shit phase.
True.
So, more maybe next week. Maybe I'm Mama's Boy. I don't know. I just need to be good. Jess, you got a podcast. So does Garage Boy.
Mm-hmm. My podcast, Low Key Garage Boy in the Garage with Garage Boy. And you can find me on social. Just do it. JESSDUITT.
Hassan is our producer. He is back after a small hiatus because we were just gone, and then I didn't feel like having you by the studio the week after. So, you have a social media we can go follow?
Yes, at StanWillie2 on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok.
And I am that guy Kramer on social. My podcast is called Certified Mama's Boy. Y'all, we just appreciate the support. We love you. You're like our family for real. I don't just say that because it's what radio people say. I say it because literally, don't you feel that way? Like when you're going through a hard time?
Yeah.
I get more support from y'all than I do from some members of my own family.
Right.
So, it's always nice to be able to share with you guys. So thank you so much for being a part of it. And we will do this again next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, YouTube. Love you. Bye.